The raging streaming wars flaring up over the last year. Comcast showing the most muscle, gaining 9%, galloping far ahead of competitors. Warner Brothers Discovery, which is down about 23%, and Paramount, which has nosedived 37%. Comcast just got a leg up, another one in the battle, courtesy of its Peacock streaming platform, which exclusively streamed the Saturday NFL wildcard game between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. 23 million viewers watched, with a record 16.3 million concurrent devices streaming it on Peacock. While football is still America's juggernaut sport in terms of viewership, a California State Committee on Sports voted to advance a bill which would ban kids under 12 years old from playing tackle football. While California Governor Gavin Newsom has vowed to veto the measure and says, forget it, I'm extinguishing that. Let's bring in four-time Super Bowl champ and Fox Sports analyst Rob Gronkowski, along with his business partner, Medium Rare co-founder and co-CEO Joe Silberzweig. Gronk, before we get to your big upcoming promotional event that Joe is obviously making happen, what do you think of this proposed tackle football ban for children under 12, which, again, Governor Newsom is going to say, forget it. I'm going to veto that if it happens.
You know, I think it's a fair proposal, and I'm for it. I love the game of football, and I love that these kids want to play the game of football. But to play the game of football at such a young age, I think is a little dangerous. What I would propose and what I think should be, marketed out there more is flag football. These kids should be playing flag football. You can still, garner the attention of the game of football. You can still also learn the game of football. You can still also develop your skills of the game of football through flag football. And flag football is fun to play. I loved playing flag when I was growing up. And to have flag football for kids under 12, I think is an excellent idea. And I think they shouldn't be playing tackle football or the real game of football until about 7th grade, once their body and minds have developed more.
Yeah, the brain development is very, very sensitive, certainly at all stages, but under 12 particularly. That's interesting. I know you've been very pro kids still playing football, but and you started in high school, right? I mean, you were playing hockey and basketball until high school when you started being on a football team, right?
Yes, I started playing football actually in 7th grade. My dad wouldn't let me play Pop Warner football or anything like that. And I was playing all the other sports as well, basketball, hockey, baseball. And I believe if you play multiple sports, it develops your skills in every category that you need to develop your skills for whatever sport you want to play in the future.
Okay, terrific. All right, let's talk about the fact, Gronk, that you are everywhere. I mean, you are in Subway sandwich commercials. You're doing stuff for USAA. You jumped out of an airplane during the Army-Navy game, which is absolutely unbelievable. This is very interesting because usually it's during a player's live playing, when you're actually an active player, where you're able certainly to get a lot of endorsements, et cetera, but you're on a mission. So what are you trying to do here as you morph your brand and formulate it?
I just love to do tons of activities. I've been playing sports throughout my whole life. I've been competing throughout my whole life, and now I don't play the game of football anymore. So jumping out of planes, I love the adrenaline rush. So jumping out of a plane for the Fox pregame show was just such a great idea by our producer. There's no doubt about that. I love to break down the game of football. I love to be a part of the game of football still. It's going to be in my heart and my DNA for the rest of my life. So being on the Fox pregame show is just an unbelievable experience, especially with the guys. Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, Michael Strahan, Jerry Johnson, Jimmy Johnson. They're just all wonderful people to be around. And I love to work. I love to stay active. I love to work out still. I love to keep my mind and brain going. It just, brings life to me.
Well, Joe, you see something in Rob. You have worked with many other stars, including Shaquille O'Neal of the LA Lakers, to really bring together opportunities that are very active, such as Shaq's Funhouse. And now you've got something with Gronk that you're going to be doing. And I just want to hear a little bit about this, who's sponsoring it, and why you are gravitating toward this kind of opportunity for a name like Gronk.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to be bringing our 4th Gronk Beach back to Super Bowl weekend. And what's incredible is it keeps Rob one of the most talked about players of Super Bowl weekend without even playing in the game. So really with Gronk Beach, it's about bringing his viral personality to life in a fun and experiential way. So part music festival, and really just an incredible experience where Rob is personally curating the artists, the food, the decor, and fans get to come, experience a little bit of that Gronk family energy.
Wait, you're personally organizing the decor, Rob? What's that going to be? It's at the Wynn in Las Vegas.
Yes, it is. And the Encore Beach Club, they're the best in the business at throwing pool parties. There's no doubt about that. I experienced a couple throughout my lifetime. We worked with them at the draft about a year and a half ago when that was in Vegas. So I'm super excited to have it at the best venue in all of America for pool parties. There's no doubt about that. And, we got the specialty drinks going on. We got the great sponsors as well. And it's just so fun. It's an opportunity not just to have a good time, dance, have my friends come on in, bring my family over as well to get together. But it's a great time to work with sponsors as well, to work with other businesses as well so they can sponsor the party, like Cash App. We got Built for all your clothing needs. We got Wrangler. We got Termina Tequila. So if you want drinks, you want to have a good time, that's what it's all about. It's a great atmosphere. And I just love throwing the event and just love connecting with my fans as well.
Well, it shows. You jump out of the screen. And speaking of the screen, what do you think of the fact that the Peacock streamed game between the Chiefs and the Dolphins broke all records? It'll be interesting to see if Peacock can maintain those paying subscribers. But what does it say about football and about the future and the morphing changes of how people watch NFL games?
It just shows how big of a powerhouse the NFL is, how big the game of football is, and how it's just growing on a scale that just keeps on moving upward throughout not just the United States, but throughout the world now. And now they're streaming games like on Peacock. And people, they don't really like that because then you got to make a password. You got to sign up instead of just putting on the regular cable and just being able to watch the game. But with that being said, they still don't want to miss out on football games. Who doesn't not want to watch their favorite team play? So therefore, you're going to still sign up. You're going to still put that password in, and you're going to still sign up for the streaming service so you can watch the game. So the NFL, they're doing a great job just making the game so broad for so many audiences and just making it so broad so everyone in the whole entire world can watch.
Really quick, Joe, Travis Kelce, you did Travis Kelce's Kelce Jam. Is he what's going on here? What happens with him?
Well, Travis is still competing for the big game, and he actually attended the last Gronk Beach, Las Vegas during NFL draft weekend, where him and Rob had a little bit of a dance battle. So hopefully Travis is playing in the big game come Super Bowl Sunday, but if not, he of course has a VIP ticket to Gronk Beach as well. And
we'll be looking, Gronk, to see how you do on that kick for FanDuel. Oh my gosh. $10 million pot for that for people who kick it, who pick it correctly. Do you think you're going to make it? Have you been practicing on that field goal?
I've been practicing plenty of times. I've actually got 5 practices under my belt. I have another hour practice tomorrow. I made a 40-yard field goal last week as well, even though the kick is only going to be 25 yards. Nice. Yes, I missed last year. I was very devastated. I thought it was one of the best kicks I had when it went off my foot, but Mother Nature came through, 50-mile-per-hour winds. Actually more like 40-mile-per-hour winds, and made it go wide left. But that's okay because now I have a redemption kick. I wouldn't be here sitting here again practicing for the kick of destiny 2 if I made it. So now I'm proud that I missed that kick so I can have this second opportunity, and I'm going to put it right through the uprights this time. So everyone out there, make. Because once I make it, you can get a piece of the $10 million in bonus bets pot.
Yeah, that's right. It's a lot of money. We talk business here. And thank you for joining in the conversation, Rob Gronkowski and Joe Silberzweig.